Mai I pō tikirua ki te toka a Taiau. Tauana kia Turanga tangata rite. Rere iho ki ngā tuke mata o ka hungunu. Ngā reo irirangi o Tairawhiti.
Kei aku tini whanau ngā huri I te Tairawhiti tēnā no koutou katoa. Well, it's been a terrible year for Aotearoa with floods and cyclones heavily affecting lots of people and communities. So we sincerely hope that everyone out there is staying safe.
It's always good to be prepared, especially with the frequency of bad weather events increasing.
Kei te tika tāhau rāhia. So thank you all for giving us your time every week right here on
KAPU Tairawhiti. We must be prepared for the worst. So, Radio Ngati Parou's Paora Brooking catches up with Tairawhiti Civil Defence Group Controller Ben Green to see what you need to do to be ready.
Are you ready, rāhia? Kei te rite mai rā koe?
I have a big bag of clothes for me and the boys and food and water for about a week.
Oh, high five.
Yeah.
I mean, are you actually ready to read the news?
Oh, okay.
Because the kettle is hot and it's time to spill the tea.
Mai I te tī ki te tā, ki ngā tai pito pito o te wā. He wera te tī, me maringi.
Mōrena e hika mā, ko te kaupapa nui o te wiki e pāna kia tātou o Ngati Porou o te rao ngā iwi maha o Turanga nui a ki wa tai atu rā ki ka hungunu ko te whakaputanga o te ingoa hou ka tū hei māngai mo te pāti reipa ki Ikaroa Rāwhiti. Arā ko Kushla Tangaire Manuel, he kai whakataki o mua he tāhuhuranga pū hoki aia o mua mo te Uniana Whutupōro o Ngati Porou East Coast. I nāia nei, koia te rangatira mo te Whutupōro Māori ki roto tonu mai I te NZRU.
Ko Kushla ka uru ki te turanga I nōhia mai e meka whaitere mō ngā tau te kau kua tahake nei, tō mua I tana wehe ohorere I te pāti reipa, kia piritahi ia me te pāti Māori I te marama o Mei. Kei rangi tukia, kei tiki tiki ki te Tairawhiti a Kushla e noho ana I tēnei wā me tana whānau. Hei te tekau mā whaongara o oke topa te rā ko Whiringa Pōti.
A kāti, koera ngā pūrongo o te wā.
He timo kai, he wera te wai. Noho mai, me rāhia rāua ko mātai.
Well, it'd be fair to say we here in Tairawhiti have been rather unlucky with recent weather events.
And we can't be sure when the next crisis will be.
So, Radio Ngati Parou's Paora Brooking recently spoke to Tairawhiti Civil Defence's Group Controller Ben Green about how we, tātou katoa, how we can be best prepared. Kia mātakitaki ake tātou.
We're here at Porou te Marae. We're going to be catching up with the Emergency Roadshow Management crew very shortly and see how they're going to link up with our community to make sure our community groups are prepared in any emergency.
Kia ora, ko Ben Green tōku ingoa. I'm the CDM Group Controller and the Group Manager for Civil Defence.
What's some of the big important messages you want to get out to the communities?
The main one for us is around readiness and being prepared. And the other key one, I guess, that comes with readiness is about what you've got in place to really help you either deal with what we call response. That's when the active phase of where you're being impacted by weather or whatever is significantly going to harm you.
Maraes will probably play a huge part in community preparedness?
Yes, certainly. But if we're looking at a tsunami situation, a lot of our coastal marae are well within the tsunami inundation zone. So that's probably the key basis why this project particularly has been put in place. So when we talk about risk, a tsunami for us is catastrophic risk. An event like Gabrielle that everyone's been through, well, that was extreme or severe weather. So the key thing really around the placement of where these containers are going with the emergency equipment is that they live outside of a critical flood zone, or they live outside of the tsunami zone. Now, the whānau, when they've got them, how they use them, it's up to them, but where these containers are located, it's out of harm's way for the basis that they'll be used one day.
How's the buy-in from the community been?
We're connecting with people that have been doing this for a long time. So, we got, being in Tairawhiti today, How Ho Val, you're going back to people who've been through Bowler, we're playing all the experiences forward, and really it's really around shaping our next generation that come through in terms of really taking up the rākau for that. So I guess in the sense for the region, given it's geographically quite a dispersed, and equally it's a challenge to drive on the best day, but we certainly plan for the fact that these communities will be isolated, and to be honest, we don't even need a cyclone or tsunami for that to happen. Time and time again, really, the key thing that it's what you can do now rather than it's not what you can do during the event. So, we used to say 3 days in terms of stock yourself up. I'd say really to be safe, you're looking at 7 days. What your plan revolves around. If the kids are at school, where the tamariki are going to meet up, what's the school plan for the same? As a region or as a local area, where do we go in terms of where do we start self-organising for our own response? And then what have we got there that actually supports us to do that? So that's communications, shelter, medical, and that connects with the kaupapa in terms of what we're rolling out here.
What a great day, whānau. We've met lots of cool people doing great things to help our communities get prepared for emergencies. Big mihi to Kumero and to Ben from Civil Defence Tairawhiti. That's my lot for KAPU Tairawhiti.
Ka mau te wehi, kāti rāhia, kua takoto te wero ia Ben Green, and so better make sure you're prepared for the next emergency.
I've got to stock up on some more food. Speaking of wero, next week on KAPU Tairawhiti, we check out a rugby tournament called Te Wero.
Now, Te Wero is super important in the landscape within Ngati Kahungunu, and Radio Kahungunu's Kino Crystal went to check it out, and we'll see that story next Thursday. But for now, kia pai te wiki, e te ti, e te tā.
Hey kona, you would be the best rugby player. You should play in that comp.
Yeah, I'm a wicked wing.
Oh, you're tasty.
Radio Ngati Porou, Radio Kahungunu, Turanga FM, KAPU me ngā irirangi o Tairawhiti.